Welcome back for another daily crypto market update. I have had an incredible day. Today was the Better Trader Summit. I'm so excited to share some of the footage with you guys later, but I am in the best possible place right now on my comfy bed, putting my feet up, relaxing. But just because I had my summit does not mean I am not making a video. No, 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 no. This is still super duper important. And I need to talk to you right now about the price of Bitcoin, especially because it had this little bit of a dip and the price is starting to stall here. Now, things still look good in terms of volume, actually looks amazing. We're actually doing better than yesterday, which is great. On balance volume still looks reasonably okay. The main thing I'm seeing again is like, it's not terrible, but daily RSI is losing strength. And when we go to the 4-hour time frame, we're seeing another TBO Close Long, this blue diamond right here, just like we saw back here. But one thing that you have to keep in mind with these signals is that we need to look at the direction of the 4-hour TBO slow line, which is that long line right there. This line is telling us that the macro trend on the 4-hour, the global or the bigger, wider trend is up. So even if we have pullbacks, the price going inside of the cloud like this, even if we're going to see these blue dots right here, TBO Close Long, this is letting us know that if you're in a long position and you haven't taken any profits yet, consider taking some out because there's a chance that the trend might change. Now, one of these isn't enough to freak out about, in my opinion. And to be honest, we already saw one of these back over here when BTC was at like 95K or so. And we saw the price obviously shoot up a lot higher after that. Now, is this going to be another pre-pump condition? I don't necessarily think so, but again, it's a great reminder that if you haven't taken profit yet on this rally, you might want to just take out some profit. The price of Bitcoin is also obviously stalling at long time TBO resistance up here. Let's just take this out. There we go, at about $106,000. Now, I know it's not going up to that exact price. That's okay. This is behaving just like it should when there is strong resistance. And if you guys have been paying attention to these videos, you should know that we are seeing Bitcoin struggle at gasp. Oh no, why is this happening? Because there's a significant Fibonacci extension level, the 1.272 at $103,000, around there. I'm not surprised the price is stalling. This is a significant level that we saw Bitcoin struggle with back over here in December 2024, here in January 2025, and then we lost it. Now, so far, we're still looking great. I am not seeing, however, the TBO slow line on the daily time frame curling up yet. What we want to see is this line right here. I'm drawing on top of it, but it's really like this line right here. It's still flat. We want to see this start to curl up, and that will be a great sign. The fast line's up, medium fast is up, medium slow is up, but the slow line is still neutral, which means that we could be chopping still. I don't know. But if someone only might have told you before that once we get up to these levels, it's normal to see Bitcoin chop sideways. Volume looks great. On balance volume still looks good. RSI looks okay. Like we're just seeing a little bit of a pause right here at obvious resistance. Ethereum is doing so-so. It's not terrible. Again, this chart, the fact on the daily time frame that it's above the daily TBO cloud is ridiculous, because this confirms that the chart is strong bullish, even if it's down negative 1.9% or whatever. We still have about an hour and a half to go until today's daily candle closes. But still, this is Ethereum moving up so much higher. It's insane at how bullish this chart is. Look at daily volume. It's still outperforming the moving average. Look at on balance volume. Yeah, it's down a little bit today. If it closes up green, this will wick back up. But still, it looks great. Yes, RSI is falling. It's still above 70. We're actually on an overbought streak now of 7 days. Now, while there might be a short-term pullback, this is still a strong bullish chart. We don't have any close longs, those blue diamonds here on Ethereum. Yes, we have TBT bearish divergence, but when we see these signals print and we have a long and strong and upward ascending TBO slow line, I don't pay too much attention to them just yet. So I'm looking at this positively. It's okay. It's just pausing right here. Not worried. Positively, it's pausing. I didn't, yeah, whatever. Stablecoin dominance. This is one where there's a little bit of a moment, and that's on the 4-hour time frame. It printed a TBO close short, which is the inverse of the close long. It's letting us know if you have an open short position or you've been shorting this chart and you haven't taken any profits yet out of your short, you might want to consider doing so because the chart could be going bullish, going up. We don't actually want to see this happen for stablecoin dominance because when stablecoin dominance goes up, that means that there's an increase of fear in the market. We really wanted to see this go down. Not happening yet, but I think eventually it will continue to go down. And I also should say very, very clearly here that the 4-hour is not as strong as the daily, not as strong as the weekly. Okay, so the weekly shows us that the price is below the weekly cloud. Therefore, it is considered strong bearish. Guys, I'm sorry. It's been a long week and I'm trying my best to suppress my yawns. There we go. I'm good. Daily time frame. The price is below. That hurt. The price is below the daily TBO cloud. It is confirmed strong bearish. So on a faster time frame, we're going to get a lot of these signals, but one isn't enough. It's a signal to pay attention to. We might see an uptick back up here to the fast line, but this is still a strong bearish chart. Bitcoin dominance in a similar situation. This one's actually pumping and it has a TBO close short as well. I'm not really worried about it though. On the daily, it is not below the daily cloud like stablecoin dominance is. On the weekly, it is still strong bullish, but there are signs that this is weakening and I expect it to happen. There's also an expected outcome whenever we see a TBO close long that the price falls down and then it eventually will return to the daily TBO fast line. And that's what we're seeing here for Bitcoin dominance. Now, others dominance, because Bitcoin dominance is going up and so is stablecoin dominance, we're seeing the inverse. We're seeing TBO close long. It's not terrible, to be honest. It just is at this point. So we have to look at this and go, okay, well, we're having a little bit of a minor pullback, but the charts have been super bullish across the board. So we can't really get that upset, in my opinion, because we've had it so good for such a long time. Now, there's a lot that we can talk about, and I have more charts that I want to share with you, but I want to remind you that we at the Better Traders, like it says right there, our mission is to make trading safe and accessible. And today's workshop, today's Better Trader Summit was all about that. And it was awesome. It was such a fun time to see a lot of you that were able to come and to talk about something near and dear to my heart, which is automated trading, and also talking about price action, expectations, trading psychology, mentality, all this stuff. And all of that is in our courses at the Better Traders. So I strongly encourage you, if you want to become a better trader, start with the 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom course. It includes one-on-one coaching. It includes trial access to the TBO and our Better Traders Club, which has a ton of stuff. Yes, I know we have a course sale. And yes, my marketing team would love for me to just talk about this all the time. But for some of you that are just starting out, don't start there. Start with the 15 Minutes course first. Test it out. See how it is. It's a ridiculously awesome course. The club is also a great place to grow and to go to get amazing tools, resources, charts, write-ups. It's been it's been a busy week for me, so it's been hard for me to dedicate a lot of time to the club, but I've been learning so much from Consensus and I'm excited to share a lot of what I've heard and our updates that's going to be coming today as soon as I finish this video. So I wanted to give a quick plug to that. So let's keep going with our market analysis. Now, these flags right here, these tags, these all mean something. So continue to watch to the end so that way you can figure out, okay, what is this and why did you pick this? Why is this pumping and this isn't? All that stuff. Just stick with me, okay? For one, SUI. This one is suffering just a little bit. Today, wick to wick, it fell about 8%. But what's interesting about this pullback for SUI is where it pulled back to. We can see back here on May 6th, similar price action kind of stalled out and it fell a little bit lower and it wicked actually right into the TBO Fast Line. That's a beautiful entry. And that's what I call a TBO Springboard Bounce. We didn't get that today, but boy, oh boy, was it close. Now, this is usually a great entry point, and entering here at the TBO Fast Line to the current price is up 7%. This is why I like using a TBO, especially on strong uptrends. Everything else looks moderately okay. Yes, we have some closed longs on the 4-hour, but longer is stronger, right? So not really seeing anything to worry about there. Hype, proof that when we have a TBO open long, which we've seen confirmed ever since April the 21st, almost a full month, we're not necessarily going to see the price just go right up to resistance, but eventually price will continue to move up higher. And right now, since that open long, hype is up 44%. Isn't that amazing? Now, not every chart's going to do this. I get it. It's fine. But when we see charts staying above the TBO Fast Line, and even this one, like SUI, it pulls back to the TBO Fast Line several times for an entry opportunity. That's a great way to get a re-entry into position or to add funds. ICP, this one has just opened a TBO open long, and it is now touching, look at that. It touched the TBO Fast Line. What a great little entry right there. Now it's only up marginally, and it's literally just getting started. So when we see the start of a trend like this, I'm going to be really honest with you, and I struggle as well entering right here. This is hard. And the part that makes it hard is that I've seen so many charts do really well, just like hype. But the reality is that when we're looking at charts like this, it's like, oh man, the chart's already pumped up from here up to here, 95%. Is it really going to go up higher? Well, when we have the TBO open long, it lets us know that we have a confirmed uptrend. Even if it means we might see some red candles, which happen. Even if it prints on a red candle, it could happen. It could actually continue to rally up higher and higher, and I expect it to, just like a lot of the market. Now, this will be fun because the KuCoin shares token, this is one that I was excited about back over here in late April because I pointed out one of my favorite setups, 3 in a row TBO. TBO breakout cluster 3 in a row is one of my favorites. And I said, well, what we should be seeing happening next, is that grammatically correct? Let's just say it is. What we should expect to see next is the price should pump from here. Now it's KCS. It's a really slow moving chart. We actually saw a whole lot of nothing for 8 days. But look at it pumping now. It's only up 11%, but that's actually a lot for this chart. It usually doesn't have moves like this. And the price is above the daily TBO cloud. And then when this daily candle up 4% is a good move for this chart. Now, SmartX, this one is a low cap gem that I've been accumulating and buying a long time. I actually bought more back over here. As crazy as that is, I know, but I actually swapped out some profits from my Nero trade, Nero on ETH, which I've talked about before. The chart of Nero went absolutely insane. I have to just show it to you because it's proof that crypto is stupid. See charts doing like this, right? Like pumping up 500%. So I made some good money out of that trade, and I swapped a lot of it to SmartX. So now I have more exposure to SmartX, which is great. Since that position, that's a nice feeling. But on the 4-hour, I noticed something right here. It's a really ugly TBO breakout. These are the breakouts I like more. And this breakout took a long time, 10 days to actually materialize, up 22%. But we have one that's fairly recent. I wish it was happening like right now. It's a little bit delayed in my opinion, but it's a great sign. And I like how volume is back to increasing here on BitGet. Now, this isn't necessarily a chart we would trade because it's just the total through. It's a crypto market cap chart, but you're going to see this pop up a lot right now. And this is what we're talking about before with the TBO Close Long. These blue diamonds are letting us know that the bullish trend could be coming to an end soon. So if you haven't taken profits yet, consider doing so. So we can see it here printing. And when we get 2 of these close together, especially near resistance, this isn't really near resistance, by the way. When we get 2 of these, I start to go, that's not such a good sign. I don't like that. So when I see 1, not a big deal. 2 or more, that's when I start going, okay, got it. Check. Thank you. So I see that happening on Solana, unfortunately, even though it's had a great rally since the open long back here on the 8th of May, it's currently up 12%, which is good for a 4-hour time frame trade. Tau, BitTensor, again, similar story. This open long was back here on the 6th of May. It's currently up 17%. So again, this is a great reminder. If you haven't taken profit out of the trade, consider taking some out. Look back over here. We have an open long on the 4-hour back on April the 10th. And this trade ended up lasting a lot longer. It went up 56% before getting one of these. If you haven't taken profit at 56% yet, this is a great reminder to do so, especially when we get two of these. And it's also happening right at the 618, which is a very important Fibonacci level. BONK, this one printed a TBT bearish divergence signal yesterday. The slow line is flat. It's actually not such a great sign. It's bad sign. And we are seeing more TBO close longs. Now, it's not such a terrible thing for a trader, but for a holder or buying up here, it can be a little bit disastrous. But volume has been growing considerably. Today, it's still under. We still have an hour and a half left. But a drop in volume in this, like this, is not that great. But all in all, it's probably just a dip. And I am still sticking to a buy the dip attitude right now for crypto. ADA Cardano, this one is getting rejected from overhead resistance, but something else is happening that's really important. For one, daily volume is beating the average day over day over day. We're on right now a 7-day streak, which is pretty amazing. Even though the price got rejected from overhead resistance, look at this red dot right here. So this is the TBO resistance level. It's automatically plotted by the TBO. I want to tell you something. When we see these levels drop dramatically, which it just did, this is the level up here at 1.17. It fell all the way here to 83 cents. This is actually a bullish sign. Let me turn off this trend line so you can see it. This is actually really good. Why? When we see TBO resistance lines, long ones like this, drop dramatically, this means that this upper level of resistance, while it's still valid, it's still historical resistance, it's not as effective anymore at plotting out immediate resistance. So dropping this far is actually a short-term target to pump higher. We've seen this happen with Ethereum. We've seen this happen with Bitcoin. More recently, right here, here's this super duper long level of resistance that's been in play. And then all of a sudden, boop, it fell down. And guess what happened? Price pumps above it. Okay. It's actually a good thing. Ton, after breaking above overhead resistance a week ago, it's now retraced back to that previously broken line of resistance, which is now behaving as support. This is actually a really exciting setup that I call a bump and run. A bump and run is when we see the price that's super oversold breaks above long-term overhead resistance, and then it retraces back to this trend line. And then from here, the expectation is to see it pump up a lot higher, to see it go up, not just to resistance, but on its way well higher than this. Well, this is actually a good sign, even though volume isn't there, really. And on balance volume is like, meh. I still think it actually has a chance at doing something like that. Litecoin is actually holding up really well. It has still not hit my take profit target. It was literally inches away on Saturday. It's frustrating. But I'm still looking at this going, well, it's beating the average on volume. It's going up higher, even though we're having a little bit of a pullback. The 4-hour printed a single TBO close long, not really a big deal. And it's actually going back up. I think it actually has a chance to close green on the day, to be honest. But I'm not looking at this with fear at all. And notice similar story with the TBO resistance level. See that long one, and then it dropped. It's telling us that the expectation now is not that, oh, it can't break above this, is that this is a much more attainable risk level to break above and to pump higher. High. Remember this one? Remember this one from yesterday? I said if it closes below the 382, then it has some issues. While we did see a drop below the 382 on Thursday, or when was this? In the morning? Oh, okay. Weird. This is all, oh wait, no, it just switched to my Japan time. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, no, that's not right. Okay, so Wednesday at 12, it dropped down here to the 382. It did close on the 4-hour, but not on the daily. That's actually a good sign. On the daily time frame, if it closes below this, not so good. So the fact that it's holding here is decent. And what did I say? I said the next thing that we should expect is a move up here to the 0.5. I'm not saying it's going to happen today, but that's the next logical outcome. Volume is still wildly outperforming. Even though it's falling down, it's still greater than 2 times the average, which is a good sign. Aptos, this one is getting rejected yet again from overhead resistance. It's so frustrating to see this happen over and over, but look at volume. It's growing. Even though it doesn't feel good, even on red days, volume growing is a good sign because we're seeing the beginnings of a reversal. Last but not least, Onyx coin, funny enough, this chart is a pumpin'. It's just going crazy. I don't even know. I think it's actually happening right now. Okay. Not exactly right now, but in the last couple hours or so, it's pumped up 20%, which is wild. I don't really know what's going on with it. I don't really care. It's just Aptos. I mean, look at the volume. This is clearly crypto manipulation at its finest. Let me change this. Like, this is ridiculous. This is obviously pump and dump. The average is $2 million on the 4-hour, which is great. And it pumped $15 million here in this 4-hour period. Like, that's stupid. That's 7 times, actually almost 8 times the average. Yeah, it's just a pump and dump. So be careful chasing stuff like that. But notice that it still has TBO resistance right here at 0.0213. But charts like this are really fun for trading. There's a lot going on right now, guys. Oh, and I wanted to give you a quick update. Nope, don't click off yet. I wanted to give you a quick update. Remember when I said, I just have a funny feeling about WIF? I need you to pay attention to those funny feelings you get when you're looking at stuff going up and up and up, and you're like, I know I want to leave some in, but I haven't taken profit yet. I was up 100% on this position when I decided to take out half. Yeah, 110. I was like, I think it's time to take a little bit out. And since then, it's fallen down 15%, but that's nothing because honestly, WIF could still go higher. But if you don't protect your portfolio at all costs, if you decide to jeopardize your trades by risking everything in hopes to get that like 5x, 10x, 50x return, and you don't realize profits on the way up, and you're just looking at unrealized gains, that's really risky. That's a bad place to be, guys. So I've been telling you for weeks, if not months, when you're in the green, secure some profit. How much? That's up to you, but secure some profits. I'm leaving a lot in this trade because I believe that WIF could go up higher. But if not, guess what? I'm securing profits and I'm satisfied with those profits. This is a great, great trade. So understand that this is a lot of stuff I talk about in the courses of the Better Traders, but I try to share these nuggets with you guys as much as possible. But all that stuff is taught linearly in the courses at the Better Traders. Okay. It's been a great week. I am so pumped to get some good rest tonight and to enjoy the rest of my time here in Canada before I head back to Japan. So until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.